Steven Universe is the property of Cartoon Network, Rebecca Sugar, and its respective owners. Any and all footage or images have been used for the sole purpose of critique or parody, and as such are protected under fair use. Please support the official release. Hey, how are you? I'm SliceofOtaku, and in February we have 2 new confirmed episodes of Steven Universe coming our way. I've already made a predictions and expectations video for the new Crystal Gems, so be sure to check that one out if you haven't already. In this video, we'll be doing the same but for the episode Storm in the Room. And this is an episode I'm really excited to talk about. Firstly, let's read its description. Steven goes into his room in the temple to look for answers. And I think it's safe to make the assumption that these are answers to the questions he's had before and during the 5th Steven bomb about Pink Diamond. And of course, when it comes to new episodes with grand titles and bold descriptions, a bit of skepticism follows. But I'm willing to bet that this will be a proper continuation of Steven's current goal to learn about Rose's past with Pink Diamond. Because despite providing us with a look at Blue Diamond and the human zoo, we didn't actually learn all that much about Pink Diamond shattering beyond where it took place and some of the results of this event. Ultimately, it became more of a rescue mission rather than a search for answers. Also, every time Steven goes into his room, he runs into an issue. For him to look past that and still enter is a testament to his current resolve. Remember, it's time for answers. And when it comes to further learning about the war and the fate of Pink Diamond, for a while, a ton of us fans expected the gems to sit him down and recount their various experiences, which they've done partially in the cases of the Answer or Sworn to the Sword. But the shattering of Pink Diamond seems to be a very different case. Garnet didn't want Steven pursuing it due to the horrible future she foresaw, including Blue Diamond, but Pearl couldn't even speak.
Please, you're making Pearl very upset.
For Pearl to become this upset can mean either A, she herself was involved in the incident, or B, it was a powerful moment for Rose, something emotionally or mentally scarring. Steven has tried to pry open that box but has only endangered those he's cared about in the process. For this reason, he'll probably go it alone and search for answers from the closest thing to the source, Rose's room. Now, Rose's room has the ability to manifest almost anything Steven desires, so in a way, the possibilities of this episode are endless. But objectively, there are 3 paths he may take towards the answers that we seek. Room, show me mom. Room, show me the war. And room, show me Pink Diamond. We're gonna explore each of these possibilities, but let's ascend from what I believe to be the least likely to the most likely. So by show me the war, I mean the shattering of Pink Diamond. I said it in that way because I'm not entirely sure how he'd phrase it. And the reason it's the least likely to me is that it may be too much for the room to handle at once. We're not entirely sure what the scene was like at all, so why risk it? And realistically, this show is targeted towards children, and shattering gems is pretty much the equivalent of murder in Steven Universe. So for us to actually witness the scene play out is highly unlikely. Next would be show me Pink Diamond, which I believe to be feasible. Considering she's shattered, Steven probably won't be able to see her for himself any other way. And yes, diamonds are huge, but I feel like the room would be able to sustain her for long enough. But what he'd do from here is kind of a toss-up. But without further delay, let's talk about the possibility of Steven asking for his mom. To me, this is by far the most logical and realistic choice. If you remember in the episode Rose's Room, when the room manifests an entire replica of Beach City, everyone for the most part is incapable of holding proper conversation. Everyone except Greg. Now Steven is able to communicate with this artificial Greg for some time before the room just can't handle it anymore. If Steven had only asked to speak to his dad, I'm sure this could have gone on for far longer, if not forever. And I believe the reason the duplicate of Greg was able to last so long was due to an amalgam of both his memories and Rose's. Greg's a familiar face to both of them that they know well, so this copy came out far more authentic than any other. Consider the copy of Connie from the episode Open Book. Apart from her requirement to follow orders, she was incredibly authentic. And that just means Steven has to be careful what he says to these clones or he risks a conundrum. This concept of Steven using his room to speak to his mother is very similar to the concepts of both Superman and Supergirl speaking to holograms of former Kryptonians, or even Aang speaking to former avatars. Without ever actually meeting his mother, a copy of Rose could still be authentic, possibly even more so than any other considering she's still within him. The room could serve as a key to unlocking her memories and his way of accessing her, because the honest truth is, Rose is never coming back. She's gone. And I've already made a video on why we won't be seeing any more Rose flashbacks from Greg, so our only options for seeing her again are tied to the room and the gem speaking up, which doesn't seem like it's happening at this point. So this may be how we get our answers from Rose, but at the same time, this almost sounds too easy. Garnet said something in the episode Steven's Dream that really piqued my interest.
We're not going. Rose never wanted you to see this place.
So maybe Rose placed certain restrictions on the room, forbidding certain questions from being answered. Yes, the room only listens to Steven, but to the room, him and Rose are one and the same. If that's the case, I'd expect some frustration from Steven, resulting in a sort of literal storm in the room. So yeah, expect answers from this one, but not all of them. And something to remember is that at times, the room can be completely devoid of logic. Steven has been able to see the secret ending of his video game, but never actually saw it outside of the room, which is weird. It also doesn't seem to require him to be specific, as it may know what he means and act when ordered. But when he asked for a turkey leg truck, it didn't know he wanted a little umbrella with it. So yeah, at times it makes sense, and other times it makes absolutely no sense. So this can just go in any direction, and also,
I don't want this!
What do you want, Steven?
Yeah, Rose is very possible, yes. But yeah guys, that's about it for this one. Let me know what you think this episode is going to be like and what you would actually do if you were Steven and this was your room. Please don't make me regret that one. Also, be sure to share this video with anyone you want to talk to. Thanks for watching and have an awesome day. Hey guys, I'm actually recording this before Steven's Dream and Adventures in Light Distortion actually drop on television, so hopefully we got the hype train to move on Twitter with that one. So thank you anyone in the future who participated. Let's keep it going. And I also want to extend a thank you to those of you who said so many kind words about my new avatar, because really this wouldn't be possible without your support. So I am very grateful. Thank you so much. And I just want to make the production value on this channel so much greater and allow me to make more content for you. And of course, you can't please everybody with free content, but it's whatever. All that matters is that I love you.